Hi guys, it's Rachel, and this week's video is going to be 3 DIYs to brighten up your room for spring/summer. Now, these DIYs you can do over spring break, which is what I'm doing. I started spring break today. Like I said, these are just DIYs to make your room a little bit more spring-ish, and they're really cute. So 2 of them are like wall decor, and then one of them is this bracelet that I am wearing right now. So if you want to see the other 2 DIYs, then stay tuned to this video. Alrighty guys, the first DIY is this splatter paint thing, I guess you can call it. So the things you'll need are newspaper, white piece of paper, I'm using cardstock, a paintbrush, a straw, and some watercolor and water. So the first thing you're going to do is set out all your supplies, then get your paintbrush really wet with water, and then dip in whatever color you want. You can do this either in like a color scheme, which is what I was going for. I was using pinks and purples and blues to match my room, or you can do it would be really cool if you did it in like a rainbow, I think. So basically what you're going to do is just take that color, dab it onto anywhere on the paper, set your paintbrush down, grab your straw, and then start blowing through the straw so it just makes the watercolor paint just go everywhere, and it's kind of like splatter paint, drip, drop paint, whatever style you want to call it. So now that I've moved the camera over a little bit, you can kind of see what I'm doing better. So again, I'm getting my paintbrush really wet with water, dipping it into the color, getting the color really wet. It's a lot easier to spread the paint if it's really runny and really watery. So then just putting dabs of it wherever I want on the paper, taking my straw and then blowing the paint wherever it decides to go. So you don't really have a lot of control with this, but I think that's kind of the fun part of it. Also, when you are blowing the paint around with your straw, make sure to take deep breaths afterwards and before, or you can get lightheaded. I definitely had a little case of lightheadedness during doing this. So then after you are done, you can go halfway with the paper, only in a corner, all the way through like I did. You are done. So you can keep it plain like the one on the right, or you can go ahead and do what I have on the left, which I drew a little design on it, and it looks really cool. The next thing we are going to be making is a spring break / summer bucket list. The things you will need are twine, yarn or thread, clothespins, push pins, cut pieces of scrapbook paper, a pencil, and a marker. So the first thing that I did was get this scrap piece of paper that I had from cutting the squares out, and I wrote summer vibes on it to kind of label what I was doing, but you don't really have to do that if you don't want to. But that's just what I'm doing here. After that, you can get your square pieces of paper and write down all of your bucket list ideas for spring break or summer, whatever they may be. I did go on a hike, make a yummy snack, watch a movie, go to the movies, hang out with friends, just whatever you want to do during spring break or summer, write them down on the squares. So I just went over the words in Sharpie marker to make them visible because I couldn't see them in the pencil. So yeah. The next thing that I did was hang up the Summer Vibes sign, put in my 2 push pins, and tie a string in between them. Then I got my squares and my clothespins, which by the way are from Michael's if you were wondering, and clipped them up on the string. There are 2 reasons why I think this is a cute little DIYs, because one, it kind of gets you doing stuff in the summer or on your spring break. Also, it's a great way to remember things, because what I did after I finished one is I put the date on the back and then put it in a little baggie, so that way at the end of spring break or at the end of your summer break you can kind of go back and look at all of the things that you did on what date, and you could even like write a little message on like what happened, where you were, and stuff like that, who you were with, and then it will kind of be like a little scrapbook at the end of your spring break or summer. And the last DIY is this super cute bracelet. So you're going to need some scrap fabric, some scissors, needle and thread, a hot glue gun or a sewing machine, and some elastic. So basically I took 3 strips of fabric, cut them into strips, sewed them together with a piece of elastic, and then I just took the 3 strands and braided them. The first 2 braids are kind of difficult to start, but once you do start it, it then becomes easier and you can get the hang of braiding the fabric. So then once you're braiding, you can kind of figure out where it fits on your wrist and see how much elastic you actually need. And then you can cut off the rest. The elastic there is to help you get the bracelet on. Since it is fabric, it doesn't really stretch that much. So using the elastic will help you get the bracelet on your wrist. And after that, just sew it up all together or use a hot glue gun or needle and thread, whatever you have available to you. And then you are done and you have this really cute bracelet. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you do any of these DIYs, put a picture on Instagram and tag me in it, or on Twitter and tag me in it, and I will go and see them and like them and give you thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you do these DIYs, and I hope this got you in the mood to be crafty and get your room all ready for spring. Thanks for watching this week's video. I will see you guys next week, and have a good week. See you guys later. Bye!